FIFA just built a World Cup where a team can lose 2 out of 3 games and still make the playoff. Read that again. You can lose twice and still move on. For almost 30 years, the World Cup ran on one simple rule. Top 2 teams in your group go through. Everyone else goes home. Clean, easy, brutal in a way that made sense. 2026 throws that out the window. 48 teams, 12 groups, a mystery 8 teams, sneaking in through a side door nobody saw coming. And here's the part that's going to wreck group chats around the world. 2 of the best teams on the planet could end up walking into the exact same bracket by accident. So let's actually break down how this thing works. Because right now, half the planet thinks they understand it. They don't. Quick gut check first. Why blow up a format that wasn't broken? Money. Obviously money. More teams means more countries qualify. More countries qualifying means more countries care. More countries caring means more eyeballs, more sponsors, more tickets sold in 3 different countries at once. In theory, that's a win for everybody. Smaller soccer nations finally get a shot on the world stage. In practice, it means the math just got a lot more complicated. And FIFA's solution to more teams creates a problem nobody had to deal with before. Here's the skeleton. 48 teams, split into 12 groups, 4 teams per group. Each team plays the other 3 teams in its group once. 3 games. That's it for the group stage. This part is normal, nothing weird yet. You know the type of format where the top finishers move on and the rest go home. This is exactly that for now. The top 2 teams in each group automatically punch their ticket to the next round. 12 groups, 2 spots each. That's 24 teams already locked in. Simple. Predictable. Almost boring, honestly. Section 3, here's where it gets weird. 24 teams advancing isn't enough. FIFA wants 32 teams in the knockout rounds because 32 is a clean bracket number. So where do the other 8 teams come from? Third place. Yes, third place teams. The teams that finished behind 2 other teams in their own group. Some of those teams still get to keep playing. This sounds simple, it isn't. FIFA doesn't just grab the best third-place team from every group. They take the 8 best third-place finishers out of all 12 groups combined, which means 4 unlucky groups produce a third-place team that's just done, eliminated. While in another group, a team that lost 2 out of 3 games might sneak through on goal difference. Same record, wildly different outcomes. Welcome to the new World Cup. Here's the part that should bother you. Imagine Group A finishes with 3 teams that are all genuinely good. Brutal group. A group of death, like you've heard before. The third-place team from that group might have more points than the second-place team from an easy group somewhere else. But it doesn't matter. Like, Group A's third-place team gets compared against random third-place teams from completely different groups, against completely different opponents. It's like ranking students from different schools using different tests and acting surprised when it feels unfair. In theory, this rewards good teams. In practice, it can punish teams that just happen to land in a tough group. That's the trade-off FIFA chose to live with. Now here's where it gets interesting and where group chats are about to start arguing. Because which third-place teams qualify isn't locked in until the very last group stage games finish, FIFA can't lock the knockout bracket in advance. The bracket literally cannot be drawn ahead of time. So they built a placeholder system. Slots in the round of 32 are basically labeled like mystery boxes. Winner of group, whichever, versus best third-place team from this random cluster of groups. Translation? Some matchups in the bracket are decided live, based on which third-place teams actually make it. This means 2 of the best teams in the world could completely by accident end up on the exact same side of the bracket. Not because of seeding, not because FIFA planned it, just bad luck in how the third-place math shakes out. Imagine training for 4 years, finally qualifying for a World Cup, and then watching the bracket fill in real time like a fantasy football app, glitching out. Let's talk scale for a second, because this is a genuinely massive jump. The old format had 64 games total. 2026 jumps to 104 games. That's 40 more matches, spread across 3 countries, over a longer stretch of weeks. In theory, that's more soccer for fans, which sounds great. In practice, it's also more travel, more fatigue, and more pressure on players' bodies in a sport already infamous for injuries during World Cup years. More games also means more chances for an upset, which is exactly what FIFA wants, because upsets are what people talk about on social media the next morning. Let's be real for a second. Who wins from this new format? Smaller soccer nations win because more spots means more countries get the experience of playing on the world stage, even if they go home early. FIFA wins because more games means more broadcasting deals and more tickets sold. Casual fans kind of win too because there's almost always a game on somewhere during the group stage. Who loses? Arguably the purity of the format. The old system rewarded being genuinely good in your group. The new system has a built-in asterisk where third place, in the right circumstances, can outperform second place in a tougher group. So, let's circle back to where we started. A team really can lose 2 out of 3 group games and still make the knockout round, while another team with the exact same record gets sent home. That's not a glitch, that's the format, working exactly as designed.